Welcome! I'm going to show you how to edit the double-sided poster mockup in Photoshop. First, we're going to be using this layers panel right here. So if you don't see the layers panel, just go to Window and then click on Layers to bring it up. And then you just want to click the arrow tool in the layers panel next to either of the layers, and that'll expand the layers group. And then when you double click the thumbnail icon in the design-paper layer, that'll open up the smart object for that poster, and then you're just going to copy and paste your design right in there. So to do that, we'll go to File, Open, and then find the design, and then select all, then Edit, Copy, and just click back on the Smart Object tab, and then click on Edit, Paste. And then I'm going to press Control- to zoom out on a PC. On a Mac, it's Command-. And then this is a little big, so I'll go to Edit, Free Transform, and then click any one of the four corners and drag to resize it. In older versions of Photoshop, you used to have to hold down the Shift key to keep it proportional. In newer versions, you don't want to do that because that'll distort it. So if you're dragging and you see it getting distorted, just go to Edit, Undo, and then do the opposite of whatever you're doing, whether that's holding on the Shift key or not holding it down. And then when you've got everything how you want it, just go to File, Save, to save the smart objects, and I'll click Apply. And once it saves, just click the X to close the smart object, and you can close the original graphics, and you'll see it's on the poster just like that. And then we can repeat the same thing for the other poster. Just click the arrow and then double click the thumbnail icon in the design dash layer. And we'll go to File, Open, find our second design, then select all, Edit, Copy, click back on the Smart Object tab, and Edit, Paste. And I'll go to Edit, Free Transform, and zoom out, pressing Control-, Command- on a Mac, and I can just kind of click and drag it into place if I need to. Then we'll save that. And you'll notice when you see these menus, you see these keyboard shortcuts. You can press any of those if you want to do things a little bit faster. Since I save that, I'll click the X to close it, and then click the X on the original graphics. And now we've got all our posters in the mockup just like that. You can also change the color of both the posters. So to do that, I'll click the eye icon to hide the design temporarily. And then you would just double click the thumbnail icon in the color-paper layer. And that'll bring up our color picker. You can click anywhere in the rainbow slider to change the color, and then click in the gradiated box to change the lightness and darkness of the color. Or you can enter color values if you know them. And then let's say I wanted the same color for the other poster here. I could just click and drag this number next to the pound sign, and then press Control-C on a PC or Command-C on a Mac to copy. And then I could just double click the thumbnail icon in the color-paper layer for the other poster. And then when it brings up the color picker, click next to the number next to the pound sign, and then just drag to select it, and press Control-V to paste that on a PC or Command-V on a Mac. And now both posters are the same color. You can also edit the lightness and darkness of the shadows. So to do that, you would just click the arrow next to the paper shadows layer group, click on either of the shadows, then click the down arrow next to opacity, and just drag the slider to the right to make the shadow darker, or the left to make it more subtle. And depending on which mockup you purchased, you may have different backgrounds. To change the backgrounds, just click the arrow next to the backgrounds layer group, and then just toggle the eye icons on and off to go through the different backgrounds. When you've got everything the way you want it, you can just go ahead and save it. If you're going to use this as a thumbnail online, you'll want to save a copy as a JPEG. So to do that, just go to File, Save a Copy. And then next to Save as Type, in this drop-down menu, change Photoshop to JPEG. And you can rename it here for each of your designs if you want to. And then if you wanted to save a layered PSD with your design in it, you just come back here a second time, go to File, Save As. And this time just make sure that Photoshop PSD is selected in the drop-down menu next to Save as Type. And you can click in here in the file name box and change the file name for each of your designs if you want to. And then click Save. And that's all there is to adding your design to the double-sided poster mockup in Photoshop. Please message me at melissabmockups.com if you have any questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates to future videos. And as always, this mockup and other mockups are available at melissabmockups.com. Thank you.